Okay, welcome to the final video of the sirloin steak stir fry series. This recipe is a teriyaki beef stir fry recipe. I found it on wellplated.com. And let's take a look at the ingredients. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So 9 ingredients. Sesame seeds optional, so more like 8 ingredients. And then teriyaki sauce takes about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 8 ingredients for the sauce. So a little bit heavy on the ingredients for the sauce, but it's fine. This is like a homemade teriyaki sauce. The instructions, let's see, place beef in bowl. Okay, so so step one is to marinate the beef, soy sauce and black pepper. So that's different from the other recipes that we've done. We never really done anything except for salt and pepper on the beef. So this one you're doing a pre-soy marinade with soy sauce. Okay, mix all the sauce ingredients. It's common. Um, okay, let's see. So heat, medium high heat. Brown the beef and then cook the veggies on medium high heat. And then finally toss everything together. Okay, so you add the water chestnuts separately and simmer thicken. All right. So it's a 5 step process. So that's really simple. Um, I mean, it looks really straightforward. I think the instructions are clear. So we'll go ahead and try out the recipe.
All right, so here are the ingredients for the teriyaki beef sirloin stir fry recipe. We got the red peppers, I already cut it up, and we have the sirloin steak, which has been chopped up and marinated with soy sauce and black pepper. And that's like the first step of the recipe, so I just went ahead and prepared it because I want to let it go to room temperature so that will cook evenly. And we have the veggies here, and I just went with the recommended veggies or like the suggested veggies in the recipe. I did not have, I forgot to buy water chestnuts at my local grocery supermarket, so I just went to Target to see if they had it, and they did not have it except for in a frozen bag of veggies, which came along with these veggies, which just happened to be the same veggies that was suggested in the recipe. So I went along with that. I let it sit out to defrost, but that did make it so that these veggies are already can have a lot of water. So what I'll do is when I make the sauce, I'm going to use less water because I think a lot of water will come out when I'm cooking that. But anyways, here are the ingredients for the teriyaki sauce. It's a make your own teriyaki sauce recipe. So we got ginger, garlic, red pepper flakes, rice vinegar, soy sauce, maple syrup, and cornstarch to thicken it. So yeah, so here are all the ingredients. I'm gonna go ahead and let the beef come down room temperature and then cook everything, and we'll see how that looks like. All right, so I cooked the beef and also the veggies. So this is the last step, is just to mix everything together with the sauce and reduce. As you can see, the beef here, I browned it just like the instructions said, but I'm a bit worried that it might be a little overcooked because it said 4 minutes, and this definitely did not take 4 minutes. So I'm just gonna add in the beef, and then they said to add the water chestnuts, which is the kicker in this recipe. And finally, the sauce. So it's already set to low heat. So the last step is just to simmer and reduce the heat. And the veggies actually ended up pretty well. I did add some more broccoli and snow peas. I had that separately because I felt like I didn't have enough veggies for how much sauce there was. So hopefully that's a good decision. I'm gonna turn the heat just slightly up so that will reduce faster. But yeah, this last step is just really mixing everything together and reducing the sauce. So I mixed the cornstarch into the sauce earlier, as the recipe suggests, which I think is kind of a little different than what I'm used to. I'm used to like putting the cornstarch with water at the end after everything's been marinated and then reducing it that way. But I don't know. We'll see how it turns out. So yeah, I'm just gonna reduce this and then we'll have a taste test. Let's have a taste test. So for cookability, I'm gonna give this recipe an 8 out of 10. And I like that it's simple. I don't think there's too many ingredients, although, you know, for the sauce, since you're making your own teriyaki sauce, there are a few extra ingredients. Um, the main thing that I thought was difficult about the recipe was that, like, you marinate the beef with soy sauce, right? And what happens is what I noticed was when I was cooking the beef initially, that ended up making the beef kind of like have a lot of like water come out, you know, probably from the soy sauce, like just like liquid. So there was like this beef leftover sauce. I didn't know what to do with it, so I just kind of like mixed it in with the teriyaki sauce. I don't know if I was supposed to throw that away. Um, and then what actually ended up happening at the very end was when you mixed everything together, I think there was actually too much water. So the sauce didn't get reduced down even though I added a full tablespoon of cornstarch. And I think that makes it so the beef was slightly overcooked. In terms of taste, I like the taste, honestly. The water chestnut is nice. I think it does add to it instead of, you know, just being there. I think it adds to the flavor. And like the crunchiness adds to the texture. So in terms of taste, I'll also give it an 8 out of 10. Like I said, the beef was kind of not as good because I think marinating with soy sauce prior was not a good idea. So the beef tastes, you know, it feels a little overcooked. But I still think it's good enough to be an 8 out of 10. So I would rate cookability 8, taste 8, and overall 8 out of 10 for this dish.